Hey everybody, welcome back. CantDrop here again today. So today I am bringing you guys a requested video on my preferences for legendaries, covenant abilities, and soulbind conduits, potency, the endurance, and the finesse ones. And I'll be also talking about the covenant ones that you would get. So the specified conduits that you could get for each covenant to improve your ability. So today I'm going to be doing the marksman hunter and the general hunter legendaries. So let's get right on into it. So my opinion on the legendary effects for all hunter right here, all hunter aspects or all hunter specs, right? So Call of the Wild reduces your aspects, true shot, coordinated assault, cooldown by 25%. That's for your wrist or your finger. That could be really good. I mean, PvE wise, that's awesome. You know, and to tell you guys the truth, if you were gonna pair it with, you know, like survival spec to a point, you could just go birds of prey, increase your duration per raptor strike or mongoose bite, and you know, you might be able, I don't know how long you keep it up, but you could probably keep it up for a while. Nesting Warriors trapping apparatus. So this is the cool unique one that they added into Shadowlands. Well, it's a Legion legendary, but I like this because, you know, in PvE, if you're just running about and you're trapping a whole bunch of mobs, it probably could be useful. Honestly, I would say Call of the Wild would be more useful. Oh, this one, Soul Forged Embers. This is the unique one. So throwing a flare into your tar trap causes enemies to burn for 210% of attack power over 12 seconds. Now, I don't know if this is like a dot. So if you just launch a flare into your tar trap, somebody stands in it and then runs out and they're now covered in fire as a dot, or if it's just while they're standing in it. Because honestly, there's no way in hell with me PvPing that I'm going to be able to keep somebody in that area for 12 seconds just to get my full use out of it. PvE, hell yeah. That is a wicked bonus to your AoE, especially if you got good gear, because the higher your attack power, more damage it does. So Mythic Plus, I would say it's probably pretty good. PvP, unless you're in a big old battleground 40v40, or you know, you're just brawling it out in the middle, then I would say no. Craven Stratagem. Sorry about that. Feign Death cooldown is reduced by 15 seconds, and Feign Death now removes most negative status effects from yourself. The way it's worded is different from the PvP talent that you can get for Feign Death, which is basically it decreases your damage done or taken by 99%, and it removes all magic effects. So, I mean, depending on what this negative effects actually really is, would be depending on if I would actually use this. Because the fact of the matter is I'll just stick with my PvP talent because, well, I got enough survivability in Shadowlands as a marksman hunter. I got binding shot, I got my traps, I got my feign death, you know, and if I feign death, I'll just use the PvP talent for that damage reduction to save my ass like a cheat death. So knowing that it automatically removes magic effects on the PvP talent as currently is on BFA right now, then I would say, you know, I'm just going to stick with my PvP talent. But this is definitely something to be watching. Just in case it removes bleeds, poisons, curses, diseases, anything of that sort, it might turn out to be better to get rid of that 99% damage decrease done to you for 1.5 seconds to gain the cooldown reduction and, you know, other stuff like that. But you might also be able to run this together as a piece of gear because it's a legendary effect with your PvP talent. I'm not sure how they're going to really kind of level that off, because to tell you the truth, if you can dispel magics, if you use this legendary in PvP arena, right? You're going up against a rogue and a mage. Okay. Main comp right now is RMP. Rogue Mage Pally. Alright, cool. So if you wearing this legendary, and this legendary happens to remove bleeds, poisons, diseases, stuff of that sort, and you're running the PvP talent to remove all magic effects and a decreased damage taken by 99%, your cooldown is also reduced on your Feign Death by 15 seconds. I mean, come on, you have a 15-second Feign Death cooldown that removes everything from you. If this specific legendary Craven Stratagem really does remove bleeds, poisons, etc. So now we're going to get on to the Marksman Hunter legendary powers. Alright, so Eagle Talon's True Focus. True Shot also reduces the focus cost of all your abilities by 30%. I could dig it. I could really dig it. Reason being is because when you go PvP, especially for me, like, I just want to hit the target as hard as I can, as fast as I can, and he's dead. That's what I focus to do. I love to do that. It's fun. Definitely not fun for the other person getting slapped, but it's fun to do. So this ability right here as a legendary, when you pop your True Shot, really kind of makes it worth it to me. But then it's also being compared to, well, that's the main reason why it's worth it is because it's your main cooldown for your burst, and your aim shot takes up all of your focus. You use it 2 times, you can't use it a third until you start regenning that focus. So this ability would give you the chance to use 3 aim shots and get twice as many aim shots most likely off during your True Shot than normal. So on to Surging Shots. Rapid Fire deals 15% additional damage, and Aim Shot has a 15% chance to reset the cooldown. This is a talent which Marksmanship currently has in BFA. Why they would make it a legendary, don't get me wrong, I love the talent, but they need to just keep it a talent and, you know, do something else with another area of the talent tree. Because this was one of my favorite talents in Shadowlands. I mean, I'm sorry, not in Shadowlands, but in BFA. And to give it to me as a legendary, it's not really that exciting. It's not Lego material. I want something exciting, dude. I want something that's literally gonna make me like I want my jaw to drop one of these times. Like, come on now. Okay, so Serpent Stalker's Trickery. When aim shot hits multiple targets from the trick shot effect, 3 enemies struck by the aim shot also gets hit by an arcane shot. So, PvP, honestly, I'm not looking at this at all. Unless you're going to do like 3v3 arenas with melee classes that stack on their healer. But you're not going to find people that stupid enough that will allow you to just trick shot off of them all the time. PvE, definitely, man, definitely. It's a free fucking arcane shot. It's a free arcane shot. So hell yeah. Secrets of the Unblinking Vigil. When you gain the trick shots effect, you have 50% chance for it to not be consumed by your next aim shot or rapid fire. Like I said, trick shots really doesn't have anywhere to be in PvP unless you're doing a 3v3 versus a 3v3 comp in arena that literally does nothing but stack their healer. So this isn't even going to be considered for PvP, but PvE, I could see it, man, especially with the volley talent. And as people stand in the volley, you get trick shots. So depending on your haste and how fast we can get our abilities, our buttons able to be pressed again, I could see this doing something, especially in battlegrounds where groups are really stacked up. But PvE, this is where I would be. This would be a nice little thing for PvE. But honestly, I would probably go more this. Because you get free damage off it. I mean, yeah, you get free damage off of trick shots. But you're also not reducing the cost or canceling out the cost of an attack. Like, when aim shot hits the target, right, from trick shots, 3 enemies struck by aim shot also get hit by arcane shot. Doesn't say it's going to use focus, because technically you don't have 120 focus to cast 3 arcane shots. So they're free. It's free damage. This is my PvE shit right here. This is where I would go PvE wise as Marksman Hunter. No fucking doubt about it. Just because of that. This or this, based on circumstances, would definitely be my PvP choices for a marksman specific. As for these, if I was to use any of these in PvE, it would be this one and this one, most likely. Most likely this one, tell you guys the truth. Maybe this one, depending on circumstances, on, you know, if my tank can't hold aggro, if it's a really low geared tank compared to the gear that I have, he can't just hold threat. But it looks like tanks shouldn't have a problem like that in Shadowlands right now. So yeah, this would probably be null and void for me unless that circumstance arises. This would probably be my main PvE go-to in this area. As for PvP, I would mainly go this if these were my only answers to a legendary for PvP. And PvE, it works both ways, to tell you the truth. It's good in both situations. So, now we're going to get on to the Covenant abilities. Kyrian, alright. Bastion, okay, Kyrian. Resonating Arrow. Fire a resonating arrow to the target location that deals 20% of attack power as arcane damage to any enemy in the area, and fill the area with echoing anima for 10 seconds. The effect causes your attacks to ignore line of sight the enemies in the area, so you have a 30% increased critical strike chance against them. Wow. Oh, wait, there's more. Leaving the area of echoing anima will still allow the hunter to ignore line of sight towards the enemy for 4 seconds. Holy shit. So, beast mode, alright? This is fucking great. Initial damage, and it's not physical damage, it's arcane damage. Magic damage. 30% chance to increase critical strike them. And it hits anybody in the AoE area for that 20% attack power damage. On top of ignoring line of sight. Oh wait, to make shit better, any enemy that leaves the area, you can still LOS them and hit them through walls for 4 seconds. Woo! Fucking beast mode, dude. Let's go. Honestly, this is fucking crazy. This is really good too. I know we've all heard about the signature abilities that, you know, all these covenants give you, but this one said to not be too great because of the cooldown and etc. on it. But if your healer's dead, like a hunter or something like that, I could see this being used in order to get, like, hit the potion when you're like almost dead, feign it off, camo out. You know, I could see that. This, I could see this being good in every circumstance, PvE and PvP, because technically there are pillars you can hide behind on raid bosses. So if you hide behind a pillar, drop this on the boss before you run behind there, and you can just slap him. Oh, wait, shit. The boss moved out of the area while he's still doing a mechanic. Ha! 4 seconds more, I can cast another fucking aim shot, or I can get another rapid fire off, or I can, you know, I can get something else off. PvE and PvP wise, fucking beastly, dude. God, Blizzard, please don't fucking change this. Please. I want this shit. I want this. Venthyr. All right, Revendreth. So, Flayed Shot. 10 focus, right? Fires a shot at your enemy, causing them to bleed for 250% attack power as shadow damage over 20 seconds. That's nice. Shadow damage goes through armor. It's not blocked by any type of physical requirement. Each time Flayed Shot deals damage, you have a 15% chance to gain Flayer's Mark, causing your next kill shot to be free and usable on any target regardless of their current health. That's fucking crazy, dude. That's awesome. This is awesome. Awesome. Fucking fantastic. PvE, I would use this on Mythic Plus bosses, raid bosses, super tanky sub boss in raids. Really great for single target, especially because it has a 30-second cooldown and it lasts for 20 seconds. So you only have a 10-second time window that you can, you can hammer other buttons. Like, you'll have your focus back. And kill shot only costs 10 focus. So you probably have, I would say, if it ticks, what does it tick? I don't know exactly what the tick rate on it, but if it's 4 times, you have 15% chance each time to get a free killer's kill shot. My bad. And kill shot is your execute ability, of course, and it literally crits for 5k. If you guys, I've also demonstrated it and what kill shot can do in one of my previous videos for marksman hunter duels and an arena with the rogue in one of my previous videos, so please go check it out if you haven't. You'll see more about it. But Flayed Shot mixed with a 5k crit to kill shot, that's ridiculous. And it's doing 250% of your attack power as shadow damage. So it's not being hit by armor. You're going through a warrior's armor. You're going through a pally's armor. Unless they have shadow aura up. And then it's going to become a bit of an issue. PvE wise, like I said, sub bosses in raids, raid bosses, Mythic Plus dungeon bosses is probably going to be great. PvP wise, I could see this being really good in battlegrounds, because a lot of times marksman hunters have free times to just stand in the back after they sniper shot with all that bonus 40% distance you get, and just aim shot, and you can get a whole bunch of damage off while you're waiting for a kill shot to proc. 1v1s, if you're lucky with the RNG, yes. 2v2s, like I said, with the 1v1s, lucky with the RNG, yes. 3v3s, you could probably make this work a hell of a lot better in 3v3s than anything else besides battlegrounds and PvE, due to the fact that they might not focus you. They might not. You might get that lucky chance where you can just sit there and free cast for a minute on the top of a ledge in an arena, and you can just get kill shot proc after kill shot proc. But that's up to you guys on what you want to do. Door of Shadows. This I really like because it's more mobility. Hunters have really high mobility and really high survivability, and just CC in general. So a Door of Shadows, it looks badass when it's cast. I'm sure you guys have seen other people play Shadowlands beta right now, but it looks really nice, and it looks like it could be really good if you get the instant cast part to it, or if you get the part where it basically disorients based on your covenant for Venthyr, right? Soulbind, one of them will give you the ability to disorient members in the targeted location where you teleport to, so it could be really good. I know PvE circumstances, you might not have time to cast a 1.5 second thing for up to 35 yards if you're too far away from the edge of a boss's AoE, or it could be niche for PvE. PvP, I could see it being fairly good depending on which way you go with it. Set up, to set up CC chains, disorient into a poly, into a stun, into, you know, another stun, into a Pally's blinding light disorient, you know, into another poly. You could CC chain forever with this shit. Well, at least that's what it seems like for now. Necrolord. Alright. Necrolord. Maldraxxus. Alright. Wicked Sweet Covenant. I like this. Death Chakram. Instant cast. Throw a deadly chakram at your current target that will rapidly deal 50% of attack power, shadow damage 7 times. Sorry, I needed a drink. Bouncing to other targets if they are nearby. Each time the chakram deals damage, its damage is increased by 15%, and you generate 3 focus. Being the fact that hunters, specifically survival, well, I mean, I guess technically all specs of hunters are kind of focus starved until the previous patch where, you know, they updated it to where Beast Mastery only needs 35 focus to cast a Cobra shot. So that definitely helps. But BM isn't as focus starved as survival and marksman. So this could be a very viable way for you to regenerate a good amount of focus while single target or AoEing, due to the fact that it's viable in both PvP and PvE because of it hits the same target 7 times if nobody else is around, and it increases the damage done by 15% for each time it deals damage. It could be really, really good. Fleshcraft. You guys have all seen the videos of beta, people running around with the green shield. This is that. So form a shield of flesh and bone over 4 seconds that absorbs damage equal to 20% of your maximum health for 2 minutes. Channeling near a corpse claims their essence and grows the shield up to 50% of your maximum health. So basically, I'm assuming the way it's saying it is that it initially absorbs 20%, and then if you channel near 3 bodies, it'll give you the total 50%, but in downgrading it 10% for each body you don't have. PvP, it's a 4-second cast, man. Nobody's gonna want to stand there unless like you get the soulbind ability where it knocks away, like you aren't affected by a CC. Like you get stunned, you can get polyed, and it won't affect you. It's unbreakable cast that can't break you. I could see it being good. So Necrolord, I could see this being good in all aspects, especially this, you know, and this together. A shield with extra focus, you know, that's big. That's big, 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 big. We'll go on to Night Fae. So Wild Spirits. Evoke the energy of wild spirits at the target location, dealing 25% of attack power, nature damage, and apply Hunter's Mark to all enemies within that area for 15 seconds. While the wild spirits are active, each damaging ability you or your pet use against a target in the area will strike up to 5 nearby targets for 45% of attack power, nature damage. For PvP, I wouldn't do it. Sorry, Hunter's Mark for only 15 seconds on the enemies in there. I can't take that. Nope. The counteraction of that, of being able to, you know, each attack you and your pet deal can hit up to 5 enemies in that area, but it's only for 45% nature damage, or 45% of attack power as nature damage, and not really that great. I probably won't even look at Night Fae. This is out of my question. Soulscape, PvE, I could see this being real good. If you're gonna go full PvE, marksman hunter, or a BM hunter, or something like that, I could see you going straight Night Fae because of this. It just straight up gives every ability you use an AoE. Every ability and attack you and your pet is an AoE. So I could see this being very, very, very good, and especially high like encounters and mobs where like boss encounters where they summon a lot of adds and you just have to stack the adds on the tanks. I could see this being huge, especially if there's a lot of hunters in a group, because I'm assuming it will apply Hunter's Mark, which means every hunter in that area or in your raid group should be able to deal the bonus damage off of the target. So PvP, no. PvE, I could see it, definitely. Soul Shape, I really love this, especially because it's instant. It's super amounts of mobility, and it's awesome. It looks great. Turn into a Vulpin, teleporting 15 yards forward and increasing your movement speed by 50%. You may reactivate Soul Shape every few seconds to teleport again. So it's basically a super mobility signature ability, and that's really cool. I would love to go Night Fae because of this, because it's good in PvE and PvP, especially if you're speed running or if you're kiting a boss. You know, if you're a tank and you have a lot of threat, whoop whoop whoop, just fucking boot scoop. You know, you could just kite indefinitely. But because of this, no. But if you're gonna go PvP for Night Fae, this would be your only favorite option. If you're gonna go PvE for Night Fae, this would be really good. But I'm assuming that this might be niche in a very few circumstances. But to continue, let's carry on. Let's go to the two Soulbind conduits. Well, let's go back a second. Kyrian, my number 1 choice. Venthyr, number 2 choice. Necrolord, it's wavering. It's like a 2.5, a 3. And Night Fae, it's just fucking out of the question. Don't even think about it. Let's move on to the to the conduits. So we're gonna go potency conduits first. We're gonna skip beast mastery. We're gonna go right to the marksman hunter. So brutal projectiles. Your auto attacks have a 10% chance to cause your next rapid fire to deal 1% increased damage for each shot. It's got 15 different ranks for every single one. So you know, if you guys are thinking about this, that's going to be 15% increased damage for, like, that's max rank. And just imagine how long it's going to take to get max rank, you know, conduits, especially if you have to put other resources into leveling up other conduits. So keep that in mind. So as for this one, looks really nice. I actually like that because I love rapid fire. Like I said before, the rapid fire legendary where it increases my damage overall for my rapid fire, and aim shot has a 10% chance to reset it. That would work beautifully with this. Beautifully. Because technically it'd be a total of a 20% increase to damage on rapid fire, 15% from the bonus on the legendary, and max rank on a 15 rank would be another 10%, so 25% increase. So yeah, I would run this with that legendary if I was gonna do a rapid fire build. Which I love. I love the rapid fire builds. It's one of my favorite things. So let's move on. Deadly Chain. Trick shot secondary damage is increased by 10%, maxing out at 25%. This is good if you're going PvE. Very solid PvE, especially for marksman, because your only ability that will make you be able to hit multiple targets at more than one opportunity during a fight is trick shots. So if you don't know how to get trick shots, basically multi-shot into, like, literally multi-shot into a group of 3 or more enemies. Oh, right here. When multi-shot hits 3 or more enemies, your next aim shot or rapid fire will ricochet up to 5 additional targets for 50% normal damage. So you can get 75% normal damage total on your trick shots. That's pretty good. That's basically almost hitting somebody like five additional mobs next to your target for almost baseline damage. So PvE, really good. PvP, battleground 40v40, large battlegrounds, you know, mobbing it out in the middle, battlegrounds like I've said before, where nobody's doing nothing but attacking each other. This could be very nice. But PvE, powerful precision. Precise shots increase the damage of your next arcane shot, multi-shot, by an additional 5%, up to 20%. That's nice, but to tell you guys the truth, arcane shot is a big spender. You don't want to spam arcane shot all the time. Even if you are getting the 95% increased, you're already getting 75. I wouldn't even do this unless, you know, you're thinking about high PvE, because you could tag these together. PvP, no. Sharpshooter's focus, true shot lasts another 20% longer. Yes, I don't even have to think about it. That's big PvP and PvE. So let's go down to the Covenant ones. Enfeebled Mark increases the damage. Yes. Oh yeah, especially if you go Kyrian. Aha! Oh yeah. This Flight Shot has a 5% chance to proc. Yeah, really good. I've already said what I would use these in earlier. Necrotic Barrage. Oh hell yeah. Additional focus, additional damage, and increases damage. Nice. Duration, but no. Endurance. Aspect of the Turtle cooldown, I'm assuming that's 32 seconds max. Yeah, not so much. Could be nice. Hunter's Mark. Yeah, I would probably go for this because it decreases all damage dealt to you by the target that's marked by up to 10% on a max rank. Yeah, big time. Rejuvenating Wind. Exhilaration heals you for an additional 10% of your maximum health as a dot heal. So a hot, yeah, I would say this would be pretty nice mixed with this. Yeah, you could exhilarate and then turtle. You could turtle and then exhilarate, you know, either way works, or you could just use this and try and keep your ass alive. Up to 30%. So hell yeah. Resilience of the Hunter. When Feign Death ends, you take yada yada, reduced damage, up to 10%. For 8 seconds, that could be really good. But it's only 10% damage. Do you want to give up 30% health? You know, regain as a hot over 8 seconds? Do you want to use this? Do you want to decrease the damage dealt to you? I mean, there's different things to go to here other than this. And Finesse. So, Cheetah's Vigor. Aspect of the Cheetah's secondary movement speed lasts an additional 3 seconds and its cooldown's reduced by 15. No. I'm not good with that. Cheetah's good and all, but you're not trying to spam Cheetah. Reversal of Fortune. Interrupting an enemy with counter shot or muzzle grants focus. Up to 19 or 20 focus, I'm assuming. Once you have it max ranked, it could be really useful, especially as survival. But meh for me, to tell you the truth. Unless I'm focus starved on my MM and I'm in PvE, or I'm like really focus starved on my MM in PvP, then I could go for it. But I don't know, honestly. This Tactical Retreat. Disengage slows nearby enemy movement speed by 20% for 3 seconds. 50% for 3 seconds. While giving you 50% movement speed increase. I would do this. And they have another one coming. So, I would honestly try and find the soulbinds, like the Covenant soulbinds that have as little finesse in them as possible. It looks like all Hunter Finesse Soulbinds look like shit. Besides this one and this one. This one's meh. But this one, yes. Tactical Retreat is a biggin. So we'll see what happens. They have another one coming soon, so I'll be sure to update you guys when that comes out. But if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe. That'll be it for today. I'll be back with a survival edition of this. That way you guys can see what I think about the survival one. I will also be getting into Covenant Soulbinds, like the actual Soulbinds from Nagia and every particular Covenant. I'm going to do a little bit of research on it. I'll look it up. I'll figure some stuff out. And then I'll get back to you guys on what I think I might use the most. So that'll be it for today. If you, like I said, if you guys like the content and you want to see more, please don't forget to subscribe. I was trying not to draw this out too much, but there's a lot of information to cover. So please, if you do like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. CantDrop out.